story is true. Dragnet. Dragnet.
But there was a lot of humor in the original shows. They injected humor, sometimes intentionally, sometimes unintentionally. Tried to, do exactly the characterization exactly the way Jack Webb did it,
I thought when when the narration started, it sounded exactly like Jack.
Yeah.
And when you came on, I thought I was looking at Jack Webb.
About time you pencil dick showed up. Why couldn't you have got here before that big, bad, stupid-looking piece of sewage breath stole my white wedding dress? Useless, scum-lapping shitbag.
Just the facts, ma'am. He leave anything else behind?
Them magazines and papers were his down in the trash. I should have thrown it all in the river the day he left, but unlike some people, I have a heart, God damn it.
No.
I love that lady.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Talk Hard Tuesday is here. Let's do it. Let's do it. I hope everybody out there is doing well. It is an exciting time to get together, talk movie stuff with you folks out there in this amazing panel. SQUEEKA will be with us in a few moments, folks. She's just running a little bit late, but yep, Dragnet 87. We are here to talk about it. And first time seeing the movie for this guy, IRONCASTER, my brother. This had to be a fun experience. I wish I could have been in the room with you, my friend.
You know, it was certainly a movie I didn't have on my list of films I was planning to get to. But of all the films...
Just the facts, ma'am. Just the facts, ma'am.
Of all the films I've seen, this is one of them.
It is indeed. It is indeed. It's so niche. It came out in the shadow of far superior films and just has kind of become this forgotten weird film that's kind of out there. Not easy to find. There's a couple of physical copies you can get as far as packages with other things. So I put those links in the description if you don't have a copy, because that's the easiest way to get it is with like a set with other movies. A standalone copy like this is almost like not worth getting when you can get a package of a bunch of Aykroyd or 80s comedies or something. So no, but Loki, we've been conspiring for this one for a minute. We've been trying to get this one on the radar screen. We didn't want him to know. We wanted to kind of keep it as like, hey, listen, I wanted you to go cold. Kind of the way we feel when some of the stuff he has us watch. So yeah, man, you looking forward to this?
Don't worry, kids. It'll grow back. Yeah, dude, I can quote this movie all day. So yeah. It's great. It's one of those movies that was on Showtime so many times back in the day that you couldn't help but, feel like it's a cult classic already.
Yeah, I don't even know how to define a movie like this. It actually was a success at the time. It actually opened bigger than Spaceballs did. I remember seeing both, and I mean, I was like, it was glorious, man, going to theater and be able to have laughs like this in such a fun time. So yeah, I'm thrilled to bring it to everybody out there. Hopefully you guys have seen it. If you haven't, hopefully we can stoke the fires to get you interested in giving it a go, because it's an interesting one. If nothing else, just silly and goofy, just a reason to have a laugh. So Snorty is here first. Hey, kicking down the door, man. Hey to you, my favorite critter out there. Hopefully you're doing all right. Things are going good for you. Sasha Fred, I put that comment up during the intro. Yes, the names have been changed. In our little private thing, I made a comment that the role of IRONCASTER will be played by Sylvia Wist. Just saying. Claude is here. Great to see you, Claude. Hopefully you're doing okay, brother. So, and yeah, let's hear it for the Virgin Connie Swail. Indeed. Nos, man, great to see you, Nos. Hope you're doing all right, brother. I know Pops tried to hide it well, but I know this is really Steven Spielberg's channel, and he used to blow off stream. I know. I'm getting the. I look, but now the beard's grown out enough. I don't feel like I look like Steven Spielberg's stunt double. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Real Wade is here as well. Hopefully, Wade, you're doing okay, brother. It's good to see you, man. Let's see. Everybody just saying hellos. And then Fred's chiming in here. Movie can be seen as first time, an old TV show, reboot the movie. Yeah, I know. Don't feel like it's real. I mean, I know Aykroyd kind of has his little comments there about the comedy in the original shows. I know it's not. It's just, this is like a weird spoofy thing that if you're a huge fan of the original black and white show and stuff, yeah, you may not have enjoyed the movie so much, but they try to play homage to it and definitely some love for it, even though they were definitely making a different kind of comedy. So,
Homish.
Ironcaster's really flexing now with that beard. I know. So, and with that, let's get this lady in here. How you doing? What's going on?
Hey. Sorry, I'm setting up my stuff. Sorry, I'm a blank little head right now.
We'll get the full SQUEEKA experience here in just a moment. Everyone, please stand by. In the meantime,
Crowning Cyclops.
It
Cycloptic smile. Yeah.
Maybe that's his chin. You just can't see his face.
I can never unsee that now.
Hi,
Lovely,
y'all.
lovely Sherry is here. Great to see you. And yeah, everybody's just saying hellos and hellos. But yeah, SQUEEKA, it's great to have you. I'm glad you were able to make it. I know it's a busy juggling everything and that kind of thing. So, yeah, it was a first watch for you when we first dropped the link to go watch it. So that's probably been a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Did you watch it again?
No, I did not watch it again. I didn't want to ruin my first time experience by watching it a second time.
Gotcha. Okay. And yeah, silly, goofy, fun. Wish I could have been in the room to hear the squeaking.
It was so fun. Oh my God, this is the best.
Yeah. So yeah, this is a movie that I'm very self-aware of. Don't feel like I'm going to be out there trying to throw us a score on this, but it is a lot of fun. And yes, Andy is here. Great to see you, Andy. Don't forget those goat leggings. I have to be honest, I always forget the scene where they're going to put on the goat leggings and then they're walking around in them, and it always makes me laugh. You should have seen them dancing in the background during our opening. That's what Loki was doing, and Ironcaster was pulling this Pulp Fiction. They were shanting. But we're having a good time here, man. I hope you guys are out there as well. Thanks for being with us. Yeah, great to see you. Let me get SQUEEKA hooked up here. Got to get her added in here, as it is a little of this sort of like formatting issue to make sure that we put her properly.
You know, Dan Aykroyd does a great job of filling out a suit. He looks like he was born to wear them.
That's true.
Yes, he does. Yes.
Yeah. He's looking good. This is definitely in the wheelhouse for great Dan Aykroyd, where he can just be like super straight, rattling off like these massive procedural type comments and stuff. So yeah, he is perfect role. I think the script is just phenomenal in that regard. Yeah, shocked that I enjoy watching Tom Hanks in these. I mean, he had a lot of good runs in some of the comedy stuff. I know, look, you've probably seen all of this stuff, so I think it's easier to kind of say, we really did enjoy Tom Hanks in comedy back in the day. It was kind of a fun comedic leading man, kind of was fine being the butt of the jokes and playing lighthearted humor. So kind of missed that a little bit.
Yeah, it wasn't until what he did, You Got Mail or whatever, it just became this thing.
Yeah.
Was it You Got Mail, or was the other one Sleepless
in Seattle? And that one, they were basically the same nonsense.
And I mean, you had so many good, what was the house one where the house is like a big
Money Pit.
Money Pit was fun. Yeah. The Bachelor Party was fun.
The Burbs.
Fun. The Burbs, man. The Burbs is one of my favorite movies.
Love Burbs. Turner and Hooch is fun for what it is, like just a goofy, fun dog movie, and he does a good job again of being like it's okay to be the butt of the joke. So Big is a classic. That's a goat movie.
Big's like the only one that lists that I've seen, I think.
That's a great film.
Turner and Hooch will make you cry. Don't watch Hooch.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Penny's here. Great to see you, lady. Hope you're doing okay. It's awesome to have you. They have my way hooked on missions. Cool. Very cool. Yeah, radio show into TV show, then now into this. So yeah, it's kind of a long story history for sure. Yeah. But hopefully everybody out there is doing well. Lots of love going around for everybody. Indeed. Make sure I got most of the comments caught up. So I can just say that I definitely remember vividly seeing this in the theater and laughing at the goofiness of it. It's very similar to my experience of watching films like Three Amigos in the theater. Like, you just get what they're doing. Like, Ironcaster, I think, is going to come down a little hard on this film. I totally get it, but this was never anything more than fun. But at the end of the day, there is kind of a little crime noir thing here. It actually is done pretty well thought out. It's not a There are a lot more plot holes in movies like Knives Out and stuff than there are in this movie. I'm just saying.
I mean, for what it is, for being this, comedy and kind of detective show, there's a lot of stuff it does well. I guess kind of the biggest issue I have going into it is when I think of kind of comedians of this era, I have a tendency to go more towards the Adam Sandler or the Jim Carrey.
This predates Sandler and Jim Carrey's heyday for sure. This predates all of that. Now, Carrey was probably breaking in soon after this on In Living Color, but that's still early 90s, I believe. Someone can fact check us there on that, but I'm pretty sure early 90s is when Jim Carrey breaks in. Sandler is still way later on SNL. That's still way later than this.
But the problem for me though is that when I'm thinking of these these comedians from the 80s and 90s, I tend to go towards those guys, and frankly, their comedy's better.
Yeah, I mean, there was an age in the 90s, right, where it just got edgier. You could just do crazier things. This is still... Let me throw... SQUEEKA, well, you probably remember this as well. I'll throw Loki and you guys under the bus a little bit here to help me figure this out. I think that what their satire of the Christian coalition and their religious versus adult entertainment, Larry Flint versus Jerry Falwell type satire and stuff is what is lost. Like, most people who didn't live through it don't have a frame of reference, if that makes sense.
Go ahead, Loki.
Oh, I absolutely agree with that, because it was almost as bad as the Satanic Panic back in the 80s. So they wanted all of it shut down. They didn't want like places you could buy it. They didn't want them on in the grocery stores. They didn't want it anywhere. So they wanted it all gone.
Yeah, I feel like this is not just the Falwells and stuff, but I feel like this is as a satire against that, the whole panic of like Loki said, the Satanic Panic, where it's just like it's all bad. It's all like the just the way they depicted them and things like that. I feel like it was just satire against all that, like how crazy they are.
And you used to be able to go into like a regular store and get Playboys and Hustlers and things like that. So this is that era where all of that's being pushed back, and there's this big morality battle happening, and the movie is definitely mocking all of that to the nth degree. Go ahead, Ironcaster.
Oh, I was saying, and that is one of the issues in coming back to a film like this, is that there's just elements of it that are inherently of its time that just sort of get lost to the waves of time, where there's gonna be some bits and pieces that just don't come across as well. Like I know about the newsstands. I've seen them. I've been to them. It's one of those locations that people are gonna look at and have no idea about.
Well, conversely, someone who watched it for the first time but knew all of these things, like, it made me remember a lot of it. Like, oh yeah, that was a big deal back in the day. I remember, that's what I like about watching some of these movies from the 80s and 90s that I haven't seen before, is remembering some of the things, like, oh yeah, oh that was so cool, or oh that was neat, or like just remembering how things were done, or the technology at the time, or the way they talked, or what was cool and rad and what wasn't. It was the same thing with like Ninja Turtles, that you remember more than you think you do.
And add to the fact that the church was secretly working with the people distributing the magazines. That was a big, like, one of the big things with religion back in the 80s and 90s was they're pointing their finger at you doing this, but they're in the back, smoking, drinking, playing cards, doing whatever. And that was a big to the church back
Yeah,
then.
this is Jerry Falwell, the TV evangelist heyday, Jim and Tammy Faye Baker. This type of stuff was definitely Pat Buchanan. Like I said, the Christian
Oh,
Coalition
okay,
stuff
first.
for sure. So, Lily shares talking about loving Apollo 13. Me too. Yeah, love it. I watch that every year. Definitely gets into the cycle every year. Definitely for sure. That was the good stuff. Nos is asking Ironcaster if we're Siskel and Ebert, who's who? I don't know.
I want to be one
You
of the
think
grumpy old guys on the Muppets. That's what I want to be.
Wilford
Yeah.
Sadler? Yeah.
Yes. Yes. SQUEEKA, we can do that. We'll be the old puppets. Ironcaster can be the big guy, and Pops can be the little skinny guy.
Oh, yeah. Like Beaker, maybe. There's a couple house references for sure. So there's this scene where he's talking about Nightmare on Elm Street, which I believe is Granny Monday's house. He makes a Nightmare on Elm Street reference. It's kind of fun, but that's not the Nightmare house, by the way. It's not it. So there's also, I think, another house reference, and that actually is the Burbs house. So it's kind of fun. There's lots of recycling of references and props and materials for this movie for sure. Trying to manage budget and things of that nature, for sure. So the TV evangelists were caught with their pants down, quite literally. Yeah, there was a lot of this fall from grace type stuff that was happening during that era as well. So for sure. Let me get down here. Scott, thank you so much. Scott has been supporting, being a member and a friend and all this for this whole trip, man. It's incredible. It says good job, little thumbs up there emoji. Appreciate that so much, Scott. Man, you've been a blessing for sure. Thank you. Be safe out there.
Scott kicks butt wherever he's at. He's kicking butt.
Yeah, for sure. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. So, classic TV series, Cagney and Lacey, sort of a female version of Dragnet. Yeah, I never watched Cagney and Lacey though. I'm aware of it. It was huge, but yeah. So let's go back over. We have to get to the joke that, because you have to admit, Ironcaster, the Connie Swail joke gives you a payoff that you can't possibly see coming. Because, I mean, literally, you're just like, it's just a gag, and it just keeps going and going and going. But at the end, they give you a little payoff, a little callback, and it truly, truly makes me smile. So,
yeah, no, it was a nice little joke to kind of put right in at the very end. It's not there to go and try to set up any like crazy amounts of sequels or anything. We're gonna put this little bit in because we keep hitting on like the Virgin Connie.
Yeah, lots of references. Great.
And ultimately the film's playing off of that old trope of sort of the odd couple. You have the very straight-laced, by-the-book guy, and his partner who's sort of who's the total slob opposite of him, and the way these two people are ultimately make each other better for their presence. It's a good formula to have in a film, and it's something that we just frankly don't get enough of.
Yeah, I wish there was another Connie Swail come back. There should just be, that'd be it. So, hey, Zax, how you doing, brother? Hope you're doing good, man. Hope you're doing good. I know, SQUEEKA, you have to admit, the Connie Swail guy had to get you. That's pretty good.
I mean, okay. Sadly, some of it, I guess, maybe because I didn't know if I was used to these kind of movies or if I was just ready for it or I'm just old and jaded. I was like, it's coming. Like literally, I was ready for it. I was like, I'm ready.
It's like they set this up a little. They're playing this joke a little bit thick. It's like we're gonna see a payoff to this, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Friday
Well, it did end up being one of those, like, Loki tells me a quote that's not till the end of the movie kind of gags where it's like, hey, wait, they haven't done anything, they haven't said anything, and then they snuck it in there right at the end, and I'm like, I knew it. I gave up hope too soon. There it is. Like, But I feel like there were some gags in there too that I was like, oh, I love you 80s. I'm so ready for this. Like like the good cop and the not so good cop, and then the not so good cop becomes the good cop, and he's quoting like the rule book and stuff, and then Dan Aykroyd's cop is like not playing by the rules there at the end. Like I kind of saw the turnaround coming. I saw some of the jokes coming, but that's
Yeah,
oh
you
my
and
god,
me in the desk drawer, right, Loki? You and me in the desk drawer.
That's right.
this
This,
scene was awesome. I loved this one.
what do you say we get it? What do you say you go get a Danish?
Go for a Danish. Yeah, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. And I love this guy, man. Jack O'Halloran. I don't know, besides Superman, what else this dude's been in, but yeah, he looks like a couple other actors, so sometimes I get confused which dude he is. So he's great in this movie. Emil Muzz is just awesome. It does give us like a real hardcore insider 80s thing. I'm just curious if Ironcaster even knows. Ironcaster, any chance that the frame of reference of getting the Yugo reference?
I knew it so far as it's a crappy Soviet car. That's about as far as I know. It's basically a gremlin.
Yeah, it's even worse than a gremlin, I think, Loki. Wouldn't you agree? I think it's
yeah.
literally, weren't they like $5,000 or $3,000? They were like so cheap,
Yeah,
and then it was like, yeah, you could pick them up.
Yeah, it was like $3,000, and that's right. You pick the damn thing up. So the fact that they flip it, but the point is, every single time they get another car, it's smaller and it's
They get a
smaller.
downgrade.
It's smaller. Smaller.
Yeah.
So,
I did laugh that this is where they ended up. I was like, yes, get themselves a Yugo. I've worked on one, and I was like, yes.
Oh my gosh.
the reason why we have a lot of the crash stuff today is because of shitty ass cars like that.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, because they folded like an accordion. It would just that, and you're smack dab in the middle of the sandwich.
I'm not a big dude, and I guarantee, Ironcaster, you and me and Loki, we could flip the freaking Yugo over, man.
I picked up an Escort back in the day, a Ford Escort.
Yeah, the three of us could pick up. We could flip a Yugo. That's literally. So that in the Suzuki Samurai, remember how that thing was? The chassis base was too narrow, so if you took a corner too fast, the wind would catch it, and you just flip over. You just fall over.
I had a Ford Aspire, which was no better than the tiny little like Yugos and Gremlins. And yes, you could put that in the back of a bread truck. Like it was so light and tiny. We called it my roller skate, street legal roller skate.
Yeah, it's before the smart car. We had that. That's true. I think Ironcaster, I think I totally get it, man. It's full of like the 80s, buddy cop gags about, this is how they eat. I don't know where you live. I don't know anything about you. It's just all of that stuff. But I have a very pleasant time watching all of this for sure. So,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I did enjoy the film. Like Dan Aykroyd is an actor who I really like watching in films, even though I feel like he doesn't get enough. He doesn't get enough starring roles, it feels like.
His starring role film. Most of them didn't go well, right, Loki? I mean, I think most of his, they just bomb. Like, I mean, there's some that are kind of funny.
Coneheads was funny, but it wasn't well received.
Nothing But Trouble was this weird one that he did and with Chevy Chase, and it bombed. And he's better with more of an ensemble cast. He just seems to have more box office success and things like that. But
one of his best movies is Great Outdoors with John Candy. That was that's up there with Ghostbusters for me. Him and Ray and him and Roman. Ray and Roman are the two characters in my humble opinion that are his two top characters, because Roman is such a sleazy douchebag and Ray is such a kind-hearted. It just goes to show the difference in character. He can sell it. Doesn't matter whether he's this nice guy that just joined the Ghostbusters or he is this absolute total douche. He can sell you the character.
As you mentioned that, I'm starting to think over the other big films he did. And really the only other really big one is the Blues Brothers, and with that, it's like he's still kind of right behind Jim Belushi.
Belushi. Yeah. And in 2000, Goodman played a huge part in 2000 too. So
Yeah, I don't think him as like the lead with clearly a defined he's supposed to be the person carrying the movie. I can't think of anything that was like a big box office success for him in that way. Um, this was after Ghostbusters, so it kind of gave him probably a little bit of leverage to get this film made because he co-wrote the script. And then he did the same thing with Nothing But Trouble, and it bombed dramatically. And then Coneheads, of course, like you mentioned, and I think there was a try. I mean, I like Spies Like Us. I thought that was a fun movie. I enjoyed watching. But yeah, just never. He does better in sort of those ensemble type situations. I think more than some of the other things that he's done. So, all right, another inside joke. I'm not sure, Squeaky, you are aware of how much fun this one is. Loki and I have been saying this gag probably for the entire 3 years that we've been doing Talk Hard, unbeknownst to Ironcaster. This is where it's from. We've been making Sylvia Wisp references this entire time, on and off again. Usually about every other month, there's usually a Sylvia Wisp reference that the other one of us tries not to acknowledge, to tip the cards and get Ironcaster Googling what we're talking about. But yeah, this is now out. So yeah.
Sylvia Wisp
is now played by Sylvia Wisp. Yes, it's the best. Oh.
They definitely knew what the future of Hollywood was.
Wow, yeah.
That explains, like, because when I was watching this the first time, I was like, why does this feel so familiar? I was like, what is and it may just be I've also heard some of the quotes from Dragnet over the years, like just the facts, ma'am. But I did have this eerie sense of familiarity the whole time I was watching the movie. And I attributed it to just like, oh, it's because, it's set in the 80s and I feel cool about it. But I'm like, I feel like I've heard a lot of the quotes and one-liners from this movie too, so much.
Yeah, we probably are to blame for the Sylvia Wisp references, especially whenever you watch the movie for the first time. If you don't pay close attention to that opening line about the names have been changed. For example, George Baker's played by Sylvia Wisp, and then later when it's Sylvia Wisp to Joe, and she's like, do these look like the breasts of a 40-year-old woman? No, ma'am, they're quite impressive, borderline on spectacular. It's a freaking cold, man.
Can't wait to use that line. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know how Mrs. Pops will take it. She just looks at me and she just roll her eyes or give me shenanigans like you're just trying to suck up. And yeah, I'm like, yeah, of course I am. What are you talking about? Ironcast, your favorite part?
As silly as it is, it's gotta be it's gotta be the cult scene where they're we have the goat dance and we gotta have the big snake.
Oh, you stole mine, yes.
Because in my mind, I'm going back to Conan the Barbarian, where we gotta have like the snake pit scene, we gotta have the cult, and I'm like, oh yeah, this feels familiar. Like I feel like I'm in my element.
Yeah.
And they're wrestling the snake in there, and then like just like give him whatever, like the drawer full of offerings where it's like, hey, take one, and he just grabs handfuls of those pills. It's like, oh no. And the best part was I was like, oh, when is this going to come up later? And I thought we were done with that with the snake, but then we get to the office scene and he's like emptying his pockets and they just spill everywhere. Oh, I lost it. I was like, oh, son.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like there was so many of those gags that kept going, but it wasn't overdone. It was they put them at just the right time. Oh, I love this movie. I lost it so many times. I had to pause a few times because I was laughing so hard.
That's good. That's good stuff. This is a fun one. I have to admit, and it is over the top. It is goofy, but I really do love it. So,
look, Dan Aykroyd stole Loki's jacket.
Yeah, that's true. One of them. Snorty, I don't know. Did you have a Yugo? That's got the tenor of someone who had one. So just asking.
I think he ate one.
Possibly. Nas, that's probably more true than you know. We had two at one point. They were both green. One had paneling, one did not. And the favorite story that I have with the Pintos, we were driving along one time and the wheel shot off because my brother had changed the tire. Someone had changed the tire, didn't put the lug nuts on right, piece of crap, and just the tire shot off. So yeah, Pinto stories for sure.
So we've got the goat pants, and like one of the things I loved so much about this movie was it wasn't just that the gags kept going; like they would come out of nowhere. At it like these goat pants. I'm like, what? Like I knew they were going to this cult party. I knew they dressed up like little punk rockers, but then it's like, oh, don't forget your goat pants. And I was like, excuse me, what?
Yes,
My
yes.
what?
Goat
What are you-
leggings.
Your goat leggings.
Your
Goat
goat leggings.
leggings.
I was like, what? My what? Oh,
I
that
have-
excuse me. And then it's like the virgins, and I'm like, you're got to be kidding. In the '80s, we had that. Like,
I don't
I
think I've
just-
ever seen one do it, but it makes me want to get this as a costume for a Halloween party. Like, I wonder if I could get Mrs. Pops to do. That would be
I'm
epic.
in. That would be amazing.
This is an epic couple's costume. Is the goat leggings, Dragnet, cult scene? Oh, it'd be epic.
She could go as Connie.
Oh, the Virgin Connie Swail.
You gotta get Mike to play Pep, Mexican Iron Man for Pep.
He'd be a great Pep, wouldn't he?
Oh yeah.
Cannoli's here. It says this is a twice a year rewatch. That's awesome, man. So you're in that Nexus era like I am too, where you saw it early enough that you just love it. And you're like, I need something goofy to make me smile today. My day at work sucked. Whatever the case may be, I need to watch the Forrest Gump and Ray from the Ghostbusters in goat leggings is what I need to watch right now. Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. So yeah, good stuff indeed. So
We would rent these from like the local little video store. This is pre-Blockbuster, but we would rent these, and my dad would always like dub them. So he'd have two VCRs set up and record one while you're watching the other one. That was our VHS collection until he started teaching. Pretty much was copied videos. And every time he pulled one out and went to go and put it up without writing the name on it, I knew he's going to record over it. So when he did it with this one, I was like, hey, why aren't you writing it down? Oh, I don't want to keep this. I'm like, no, I like it. We're keeping it. I want to keep it. You had to call dibs back in the day to keep.
yeah, you gotta get that tape. Gotta hide it or something. Yeah. DJ Ronnie G is here. Great to see you, brother. Let's see, I got most everybody covered, I think. Yeah, this was. I also wanted to get Ironcaster's take on the great Christopher Plummer playing this goofy religious character. Like, this is every time I watch it, I always kind of forget that and we'll get to Dabney Coleman as well. We get to these two, really well trained actors are playing these goofy roles in this movie. Like, yeah, crazy.
He does such a wonderful job playing up this character, because at first you have no suspicion whatsoever that he's going to wind up being this bad guy. It's like, no, this guy's is totally playing it straight. He's playing just the the mega church pastor, the guy who's on TV always preaching the good work of the Bible. Only to find out that no, this guy runs a cult, and he's going to go and try to control all the sin and he's going to push the problem and sell the solution. Like, this guy's got to figure it out. I kind of like the way he had this whole thing worked out.
Yeah, it's so good.
Well, maybe we could have gotten him in a chair, spinning around in circles, saying, "Cry havoc!" and let's slip the dogs of war.
It comes across later. It comes along later, I assure you.
SQUEEKA got that one.
Oh, I got it. And then, of
Oh
course,
no, I don't think I got the quote, but I think it's funny the way you said it.
another inside reference. Again, Dabney Coleman as well, I think, is another one, which I think just playing this with like the weird Tennessee accent with a lisp. Is Jerry's? I guess it's supposed to be more Larry Flint. I think even though he dresses more like a Hugh Hefner, and the mansion scene feels more like Hugh Hefner, but it sounds more like Larry Flint. So it's a great way to play it up, man. It's a great way to kind of mock them both.
I could see them going, oh, well, he's the Larry Finn that wants to be, wants to be Playboy,
Yeah.
So,
Jugs magazine kind of thing. Gotcha.
yeah. This is bait. It's my personal magazine, boys. I want my magazines back.
Yeah, good stuff. These you already said. I remember the show, not the Dragnet parody, but sounds fun. Yeah, it is fun, and that's it. Just keep your expectations low and having fun, and I think you can have a good experience.
Oh, I remember the MathNet show. Oh, I remember that. I watched that.
Mhm.
Oh, I remember that. I love the
I
way the guy that was in charge of bait talked. That was another one of those slip-in things where I didn't expect him to sound like that. I was like, "Wait, excuse me? What?"
And talk about like excess too. Like they did a great job of setting this character up. Like he is in the lap of luxury, the giant softest pillow to sit on. Everything around him is being done by beautiful women that just exist to like bathe in the sun and clean the lawn and do all the chores. And wherever he goes, he's got these two ladies on his arms. And plus, like the most excessive car ever.
What do you think it was like for them, though? What do you think it was like for Hugh Hefner and Larry Flynn? And that is exactly what it was like. Boys, I got a magazine to make, and I have all these beautiful women around me that are going to pamper me and love on me because I put them naked in my magazine. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Cash, you're familiar with like the Hugh Hefner era, right? Because I mean, it was brought up in movies like Beverly Hills Cop and stuff. I mean, it's not like a little thing. It was like definitely part of culture writ large for sure.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Like Hugh Hefner was an icon larger than life. Like that was one of those names that everyone knew. He was like, he was just this icon of success and wealth.
Oh my gosh, I forgot the imagery here. It's just incredible. This is what SQUEEKA you were talking about earlier. Just the insanity of just.
Yes, I come out with this. I was not ready for over half this movie. Let me tell you, I just was not ready. I knew it was a comedy, but I was like, what now? Like, oh my gosh, no.
Yeah, one Madagascar fruit tree bat. Yes. Now we're innocent as a giant snake, groundhog eating snake. Yes.
Lion's mane.
Mm-hmm.
The poor lion. Oh my god.
Kids, it'll grow back.
Yes.
Yay!
Yes. What are we gonna tell the kids?
It'll grow back.
It was one thing after another with this movie.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't watch it the second time, because I was like, no, gotta stay fresh, because I don't want to spoil any of the fact that we paused all the time. It's so it cracked me up. I mean, I am gonna go back and watch it because it's funny, but I was like, oh, this movie, I'm dying.
Yeah, I mean, I just have such a good time watching it. So Jacob's here. Great to see you, brother. He'll be on after us, doing a another good movie conversation on his channel as well. So lots of good content out there for folks, indeed. Yeah, the hits never stop coming with this movie. Like it just seems like, I mean, even early on, and I know I'm not supposed to. I mean, it's so low brow to laugh at the really cheekiness about, Frank's not coming in today, Joe. Yeah, 24-hour flu, or tomorrow, 48. And I
48.
always laugh at that stupid gag, and it's I don't know. Yeah, I always laugh. They get me every time. I will say also just the feel of the movie too. I mean, this again, we talk a little bit about location shooting, making you feel like you're actually there. I think is a large part of what works in films like this, where you see actual, phone booths and things that are just extinct. We just don't have most of these things here. Sylvia West showing up again. April. Yes. So.
Though, I mean, seeing all the half destroyed, phone booths felt fairly familiar. Like to this day, I'll still drive around and I'll see a booth sitting out and it doesn't have the phone in it anymore.
Oh wow, yeah, they've removed pretty much everything around us. I don't think the last time I can tell you I've seen like a phone booth in the wild. So
Mm.
It'll be like the sign is still up, but there's no phone booth beneath it. It's like it's kind of like when you go through a place and you recognize what used to be a Pizza Hut, but you look at it and know that hasn't been a Pizza Hut in 30 years.
Well, you can
yeah,
tell the shape of the damn building with a Pizza Hut. All you have to do is look at it. Oh, that was a Pizza Hut.
yeah, that just happened for us. We were driving somewhere and it's like this old Pizza Hut, and it's for some other crazy wing type place now. Yeah. And we actually had the same thing happen recently too with what she goes, oh, look like it used to be a bank. I'm like, no, look, we go around the corner and it's like CVS. It's like,
Hmm.
oh yeah, yeah, it was, wasn't it? Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna
All right,
You
bring
look
back
at
phone
it,
booths and have them set up with goat leggings. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go on a goat leggings crusade, and everybody's gonna get a phone booth and goat leggings.
yeah, we
you
all
look
just
at
want
the
to find a
thing.
way to
It's
send Squeeka some goat leggings now. That's what we want to do. So we're all sitting here going, does Amazon deliver? That's all we want. Oh goodness gracious, it's so insane. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just do you watch it every year? Loki, pretty much.
Oh yeah, oh
Yeah, me
yeah. I
too.
love this movie. It just throw it on. It doesn't matter whether you're like, oh, you know what, I'll watch something before I go to bed, or oh, I don't have nothing to do. I can throw on a movie. It's in my favorites list. I've got it on digital, so I don't have to pull the physical copy out. Yeah,
Okay.
if I watch it
yeah.
enough, you're damn right. I'll spend like $5 on it, whatever it was on Vudu to get it.
Yeah, it has been on sale for a minute. All right. This is my least favorite moment of the entire movie, and what really bugs me the most about this movie, it's the still they use for a lot of the promotion for this. So if you see, I don't know if it's on IMDb right now. I'm sorry, I've been on different screens, but on some of the things where you look up a movie, you know how there'll be a still that they'll use, and this is the one. It's my least favorite gag. I hate the still. Yeah, it's my low point for the movie, and it bugs me that that's how it's promoted. So it's just yeah, I don't know. It's a gag they didn't even need. Really, could have reworked it. Sorry, I was distracted by looking up goat leggings just in
It
case.
yeah, it really doesn't need to be in there because it's so unlike the character, and like the film itself isn't really made to really make fun of his character. I mean, he's basically this in a way he's the straight man who's takes it to such an absurd degree that it wraps around and becomes comedic.
Yeah, I didn't need Joe to be the butt of the joke here. Um, that kind of just doesn't work. And it's such a silly extreme reaction. Of course, and nothing matters. It's like would have broken his feet and then just never ever come up again. So uh, yeah, I don't know. That was my least favorite part. Uh, Jim Martin said, after losing two precious vehicles we'd been issued, the only car the department was willing to release to us at this point was an unmarked 1987 Yugo, a Yugoslavian import. Indeed, it was. Indeed, it was.
Yep.
It is. It was one of the funny moments for us, especially in the time, man. I mean, it was just such a gag for people who would have it. But and actually they go they go a step further right because it's supposed to be like the test vehicle for the government of the country, reflecting the cutting edge of Croatian technology, which just makes me laugh because like yeah, that's how we were. So yeah, man, good stuff. Good stuff. Ironcaster, have you come away going? Any of these quotes will make it into your lexicon?
I mean, there's a couple in there like look out Muppets.
Look out, Muppets makes it, huh? Oh, okay. I never thought that gag worked as well, but okay.
Well, doing all the puppet stuff. It's a line that kind of sticks in the back of my head.
That's all right. Yeah, it's true. And we could definitely, we could pull the audio, so it's just Joe Friday going, "Look out, Muppets." Yeah, that's good. Yeah, because I definitely ripped out, thank God it's Friday. That was obviously a easy one for me to lift.
I'm going down the quotes, and the ones that do really stand out would be like, why is his so much bigger than yours, ma'am? Your gun. I've never needed more.
Yeah. Big fan of the landlady. Just freaking love her. Yes.
She is a character you will absolutely leave this film remembering. Just
Uh-huh.
the foul mouth, like,
Oh my
landlady
God.
who just.
I'm sorry.
I
Isn't
have a
this-
heart of gold, damn it!
Isn't that she also plays Biff's mom, even though you never see her? I'm pretty damn sure. Biff, Biff! In Back to the Future 2.
Right.
Don't leave the garage door light on! Going to the dance, Grandma!
It's my favorite part. Yeah.
But unlike some people, I have a heart, God damn it! That miserable little bag of puke.
That line at work.
Goodness, great. It's so good. Yeah.
How many of these moments? I'm not kidding. Anything caught me off guard and shoot. Oh, I love this. It's like I'm laughing through the whole stream.
Yeah, I think that it's just one of these lighthearted, goofy films of the time that didn't, land a major audience or anything, and somehow it's just riddled with just these great comedic lines and moments that can just make you happy. And I think that's another reason to kind of give the movie a go. And if you've never seen it, then consider it for that. Indeed. Yeah, I know, Jacob. We definitely quoted that as well. Definitely. Are these the breasts of a 40-year-old woman? Yeah. Bordering on spectacular. Indeed. Indeed, they are.
Well, like the lady answered the door, and she's like, it's about time you showed up, blah, blah. And I'm like, whoa, waity, wait.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's the landlady. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Miss Borden, right? That's supposed to be her name, Enid. That's right, Eden Borden. Okay, I had to look it up. I was like, what is the deal? Yeah. It's about time you pencil thick showed up. Why haven't you gotten here before? Yes. Calling him what? The stupid piece of sewage breath. By sewage breath, you mean a little name for Maz. Emil Maz. Yes. It's great. It's great. Oh, man. So good. Let's see. Yeah, we're getting caught up on that. All right. So Loki admits he's seen it a couple times a year or so. I am as well. I love all these posters. I can't imagine how this movie could play in other countries. That makes no sense to me whatsoever. Anyone else want to just... how on earth does this... Why is there a hatchet going into Tom Hanks's head here? Like, I don't even know.
I was about to ask that what I'm missing. Is there like a Dragnet 2 that involves a hatchet and I just don't know about it?
I just don't know what's going to give.
And the bow tie.
Aykroyd's got a bow tie.
It would be one thing if it was like a representation of their characters and what happens to them in the movie, but no, that's just not at all what, like, none of that happens. It's not a representation of what their characters are like. It's just a weird poster.
I do not understand it at all. For sure. Anybody out there know? Do not get this?
Also, that red on gold does not work. It kind of blends together and you wouldn't be able to read that easily.
This, yeah. There's a standard poster here. This one's kind of funny because they went with like the cheeky cult event, which again, just looking at it makes SQUEEKA laugh.
Goat leggings.
They got their goat leggings on. Mm-hmm. Again, SQUEEKA giggles is just worth every minute, folks. I know what to tell you.
So I think I now know what we need to get SQUEEKA for Christmas.
Yeah, goat leggings, like
No, it's okay. I thought it would just be them in their like gear. I looked down and there they were. The whole movie was like this, I tell y'all.
And there they were.
Yeah, it's just so much fun. I have a lot of fun with this movie. All right, look, I guess we probably have to start since it was like our choice. How do we score a movie like this? Because this movie is, just an oddball, goofball kind of film, and I think that's fine. It has its place. Yeah. What do you think?
Can it make you laugh the first time you watch it? Yes. Can it make you laugh the second time you watch it? Yes. Is it something that you can watch more than once? Yes. That right there outweighs a lot of movies that are made today, comedy or not.
Yes.
That outweighs a lot of the movies that are made today. So I mean, you got to give it at least like bare minimum an IGN score of a 7. Higher if you really enjoy it and you watch it more. So I'd probably give it like an 8. 8 at the lowest would be an 8.
Yeah, I think that's the difficult thing for us when you have a passion film like this. It is like the rewatchability factor is for me is off the chart because I can just laugh every single time, and I got a feeling that that's what SQUEEKA is going to do every time she sees it. Is there's no end. It's not going to ever get stale. You don't sit there and get used to, seeing this. Like it's not going to ever. It doesn't ever normalize for you and go, oh, it's not funny anymore. Yes, it is. Every single flipping time. So, Mike's here. Yeah. Dragnet, love it. Yeah. You're at the perfect age to have come up with it as well. So, yeah. Hey, man. Thanks for being here. No big deal. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. It's like a 3 out of 5 movie for me, but it's also got like a rewatchability multiplier that's like, all the scales all the way over. Like this is like, and I have to admit, guilty pleasure. I get it. Spies Like Us is another one. I watch it all the time. You mentioned Great Outdoors. Watch it all the time. This era of comedy, that 80s sweet spot from all the John Hughes movies with stuff with John Candy, Aykroyd, Chevy Chase, any combination thereof of all these actors and performers, it all works great for me, and I rewatch it all the time. And I know, Akashi, you did bring up some great performers, the Sandler and the Jim Carrey stuff. I just tend to lean more into the 80s for it. And I'm not dissing. We watch a fair amount of Sandler. I probably don't watch Jim Carrey much, though. I don't know why. It just doesn't make the rotation as much. I don't have an aversion to him, per se, but yeah. Yeah. Let's see what else I got here. Snow White's got a 1.8. Yeah, I know. That's
at least one too high.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so insane. It's so insane. I mean, I know that it's chic to pile on things when things don't go well, but I didn't expect people to just go out and just drive the score even further down. Like it's crazy.
Well, there was
Snow White challenge.
It's come out. She had like a social media manager, and they were this individual who does not work for Disney, someone that she hired, kept encouraging all of this just spit in the face of classics and right. The traditional cartoon is lame and old and no one likes it. You're gonna be this and you're gonna be this big star because no one likes the original. And there's a lot coming out that apparently went on behind the scenes that is some crazy shit to hear, whether you believe it or not. Totally up to you. But
or it's the person that she's going to blame so she can try to save some face. Right. Like it may not be actually true, but it's the personal assistant that's getting fired or the person that's going to get the bus run over them, which is probably more likely.
I think she got a kibble commercial the other day. Geez. The woman who did Snow White, I think she got picked up for a kibble commercial. I think that's all she's going to be doing for a little while.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where, it just ruins your brand as a performer when you just put yourself out there as much as she did on social media and stuff. And the film is a joke. And but what is not a joke is Dragnet love amongst the Talk Hard family. It is not a joke. All right, SQUEEKA, for you. What was it? See, I threw it back to you. What were you thinking about? You just started laughing, so there was something visually in your mind when I threw it back to you. What was it?
I wasn't ready. I was like, oh, here it comes.
Mm-hmm.
That just thinking about this movie makes me laugh. And I was like trying to find like a good quote because he spews out a bunch of numbers, and I was gonna try to be all cool and make a number quote for my ranking. But there's too many good ones. So I was reliving the movie, going through these quotes, and I'm like, "Oh, he called my name. Hold on,
Not quite ready. We'll come back. Pick a quote that you want to use. We'll come back.
oh no, there's too many good ones. It's okay.
There are so many quotes. I mean, it is insane how
Like,
fun.
when he talks about how much the badge is worth, it's $12 goes to widows and orphans. Like, all right.
Yeah, there are so many lines that he, and the thing is too, if you're not familiar with Aykroyd's work, especially through SNL and stuff like that, this was his thing. He high speed talking, straight laced. He was doing those like fake infomercials. He does those speeches in Ghostbusters. He does them in Blues Brothers and many of the other films as well. So this is like lending itself to crafting something that would be like that. So his rants and his speeches are just, they're phenomenal. And
Well,
it's
it'd been a hot
always
minute
great.
since I'd seen Ghostbusters, or like I've only seen parts of Blues Brothers, and oh, don't you me?
Ghostbusters Gold.
Squeeka said what?
Don't do that to me, Loki. You can't just scare me like that. Oh my god.
Blues Brothers, really? You
I'm sorry.
Squeaky, you don't understand. We're on a mission from God.
Oh, are you? Put your hand down, Loki. Put your hand down.
Have you seen the Princess Leia scene in Blues Brothers? At least the Princess Leia scene? No.
Okay, I'm pulling up the list.
We have a moral imperative to continue to bring her along through the process. There's nothing for April 29th. There's nothing for April 29th, Ironcaster. Just.
Oh no! I feel like I'm in trouble, y'all.
I think I put Goldfinger there, but I haven't scheduled it. We'll just put Blues Brothers there, and then we'll put Goldfinger back again. But
there is the greatest scene for any guy that loves to wear sunglasses.
Yes,
there is the greatest scene of all time when Jake takes some glasses off and he's like,
he's puppy dog looking,
sweetheart. And she's just like, Jay.
Oh no.
I
don't know that scene either.
I love Blues Brothers so much. I mean, from the rawhide scenes to the concert scenes to the driving. Yes.
Let me get 3.
We're on a mission from Gad. We're on a mission from Gad, Squeeka. We're on a mission from Gad.
Right, we'll move it up so we can do our part here. We make references.
Wait, what week is that? Don't put on the 22nd. The week of 22nd, I'll be out of town.
Okay.
The following week. 20th.
Okay. but I'm going to give the first watch. I'm going to go ahead and give this movie. I know there's outdated things about it. I know that there's some of it doesn't age well, like the phone booths, but straight out the gate, 10 out of 10. First watch. Like, I was rolling. I'm still rolling just reading the quotes, y'all. I mean, I'm sure that if I were to be really super objective and like movie-esque about it, I'd be like, oh, I'd have something really thoughtful to say. I don't. It's just funny. It's just funny, y'all. It's just awesome.
We're just gonna have to keep rolling with some comedies to keep things going because her laugh is just infectious, man. I just love it. Can't wait for her to build and build and build in Blues Brothers to the point where we do the. Should I get this right? It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing cigarettes. Wearing sunglasses.
This makes up for Street Fighter. Like
Right,
this
screwed it up, of course.
This makes up for Street Fighter. Like.
Oh yeah.
That's because you watched the wrong Street Fighter. You got to watch the animated movie, not that shit that we watched.
Oh! The Legend of Chun-Li.
No, not the Legend of Chun-Li.
Oh dear Lord!
I don't
animated
trust you,
movie. The animated movie.
Put him in timeout for that. That's a low blow, Ironcaster. You can't go animate. You can't go Chun-Li.
The first 2
God,
minutes.
I just almost choked on my tea. You can't do that, Bob.
The first 2 minutes of the animated movie kicks the shit out of anything they did in with real actors. The first 2 minutes, all you have to do is watch the first 2 minutes of Street Fighter 2, the animated movie. Absolutely badass fight with Ryu and Sagat.
Well, what if we add it to anime?
If Pops is cool with that,
Right on the list, and we'll put a maybe next to it. I'm not sure I feel about that. We'll see. I don't know much. I don't know enough about it to make a good call or not. I'll see Loki face to face, and I'll make him pull the sunglasses off and look in his eyes for myself and see what am I getting myself into. I know we're down that rabbit hole again.
I know I'll be sad that I won't be able to go see you while I'm over in Florida, but someday.
Fred, this is actually a really good point. The music video, there's a little Dragnet song by Art of Noise. If you haven't seen it, just throw it in YouTube and see it real quick. It's a lot of fun, and it just got a behind the scenes feel. The camera crew's featured. It's a great groovy little thing for the time. Yeah, it was good. Love it.
SQUEEKA, the last time that we ran into each other in Orlando, these girls ran up to us, and I had like a Slytherin robe on, and they were like, "Are you really a Slytherin?" I'm like, "Oh yeah," and they're like, "Can we get a picture with you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And Pop's just like, because I hadn't been on camera. Nobody
had never been on camera. The only photo of Loki at this point was like a 2-second snippet of him showing a photo from like the ICC con or whatever when he was with Tron. And that was pretty much the only photo of him or image. Now, there probably were a few others if you were just like literally avidly watching every single stream since the beginning of time. But for the most part, that was it. These girls walk away, SQUEEKA, and I kid you not, I'm like, they just walked away with a photo. They have no idea what just happened. They have no idea that there's 2,000 to 3,000 people who subscribe to your channel who want to know what you look like. And these two girls just did it as a treasure hunt for whatever game they're playing for their school. I mean, it was nuts.
Awesome. I wonder if they found you. Like, I wonder if they've like found you. And
I don't think they knew they left.
They
just left. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I had a good time.
Pops is like, does that freak you out when people? I'm like, I don't care. It's not like they know who I am or what I do.
Right.
I want a Slytherin robe because of the snake, but I'm a Hufflepuff Ravenclaw mix. Yeah, I'm a Hufflepuff.
Get your Hufflepuff or Ravenclaw.
Oh, I know. We've been down that route with the.
Oh, I know it's 45th anniversary. That's even a better reason to talk about Blues Brothers for sure.
Oh.
We're gonna prioritize it. It get bumped up. No offense to Goldfinger. Yeah, Goldfinger is gonna have to wait again because this is bigger. This is much more important.
Who's the Bond in Goldfinger?
Connery.
Connery is the best Connery, and it's probably the best Bond movie.
Why don't you come over here, SQUEEKA, and we can get to know one another better?
I don't know if I've seen any Connery Bonds.
What's your name? Pussy Galore. Oh, I must be dreaming. It's the freaking best, man. Oh my god.
I must be dreaming.
Oh my gosh. No, yes, we will prioritize Blues Brothers for sure. So,
you expect me to talk, Goldfinger? No, Mr. Bond. I expect you to die.
Yes. All right, Ironcaster, let's hear it. How do you score a film like this? Let's get our lumps.
So, I guess I should preface this by saying I'm not the biggest Tom Hanks fan.
Neither am I, bro. Really.
Me neither. But it was still.
He's fine in the film, but the thing is, it's a role that I feel like, as good as Tom Hanks was, it could have been better suited to other actors. Dan Aykroyd, kind of as we were talking about earlier, as good as he is, he really shines when he has other people to kind of take the spotlight for him to show up as a supporting character. And so there's just this kind of issue with, as good as these characters are, as good as these actors are, it's just not quite the right chemistry for it. I'm going to ultimately give it like a 6 out of 10. I think it's fine, 3 stars. You'll probably enjoy it, but not one that I would probably have jumped straight to myself.
Okay. All right. I won't hold it against you because our scores are pretty similar. I just have a rewatchability factor that makes it special. It just makes it special.
How many times have you watched this? I mean, I know you're like, once or twice a year. I can't tell
Oh my
you.
gosh.
I can't. I mean,
87. So it's been out for 38 years. Yeah, I probably easily watched it well over 50 to 60 times by now, for sure.
this
I used to
is
have it
one of
on
those
I
like.
used to have it on a VHS tape like yourself, where it was on the thing with probably movies like Blues Brothers and something else, where it'd just be like 3 comedies jammed together on a VHS tape, and you just played all 3 of them. So, yeah, I mean, I'm going to err on the side of probably 60 times, maybe closer to 70 or so. Definitely a lot. I don't have a physical copy currently, so I don't know where it is. But
I've got a
yeah.
DVD. I don't have a Blu-ray. I don't even know if they've made a Blu-ray.
Yeah, they made a Blu-ray, but the cheapest, best deal, there's like a 10 movie pack or something like that, and Dragnet's in that box. I put the links in the description. They're both on Amazon. There's 2 of those where it's like you can get this movie by itself for like $15, or you can just buy that set for like $22, and it's got like 10 movies. So yeah, that's the direction I'm going to go. It's out there. We'll see. So, yeah, this one. I'm sorry, Fred. I ripped that already. It's already in my. Because I do a Friday Pops cast, which is all about the retro feel of Morning Zoo shenanigans of celebrating the end of the week. So I already ripped it. I don't think it added it to Loki's Popcast because he's my next Popcast, but I think it's one coming up for sure. Yeah, I didn't have time to add it to yours was already posted. Yours is already out there. It's ready to go. We'll be together in Orlando on Friday, the day of our Popcast. Worlds are colliding.
Maybe you'll get a quick video or something of me and Pops hanging out.
Maybe.
But will he be in the Slytherin robe? That's
well.
Don't know. It's awful. It might be warm for the Slytherin robe. I think it was chilly when he was here last time. It's probably gonna be warmer in the daytime. So
I think it's gonna be in the 80s all week. So probably not. I might wear it in the morning, but
I probably won't see him till lunchtime. So it'll probably be too warm to wear the Slytherin robe. But hey, you know what? Never know.
Just the facts, man. Just the facts.
Just the facts, indeed. Indeed. All right, Ironcaster, you coming up? Another great Mech Monday, by the way. Oh, it's just so much fun listening to him do his show. He definitely is getting that. I bet you don't have to do a lot of prep, and he just starts to feel very natural now. It starts to feel like I know what I have to do. I can do my show. I got this and this lined up, and it just starts to feel natural now because it's starting to sound that way.
Well, there is a little bit of prep I do, though half the time admittedly, it's a lot of the day of. I'm like, oh crap, I gotta come up with something, and kind of scrabble to put something together. Thank God I don't do this as a daily show.
Oh, let me tell you,
people who do that are crazy.
Don't ever do that. Don't ever do a daily show ever. Ever. God help me.
And the thing is, there's always little stories I feel like I could hit on, could talk about, but I think it's also important to try. I'm finding it's important to try to go in with at least some sort of plan in mind. Like, hey, if it was a YouTube talk, what would my topic be? And try to kind of steer into that. Or, yesterday, we were talking about the spring anime for the season. It's like, we kind of got rolling. It took us a little while to mosey on around, but we made it work in the end.
All right. Yeah. Look, it takes it. Your life's just better if you can just get at least 20 minutes in of prep. You'll be good. You know what I mean? Just kind of start taking brainstorming notes is always good. Like just kind of keeping a finger on the pulse of all the random thoughts that we tend to have in life. I think that also matters. Yeah, it's great, man. It's coming along great, and you're doing great. And I can tell you're having fun. I know you'll be on T-shirt later and some other stuff, but we're proud of the Monday show. It's good. And I have to tease before I throw it to him. Yeah, this is Friday. Oh man, it didn't share worth a darn.
Share the whole thing.
That's terrible. Hang on.
I thought it was like a samurai xenomorph for a second.
Yeah, didn't share
cool.
right. Didn't share right at all. So yeah, it's this Friday. Our alien talk, and I don't know if you guys want to watch it or not, but I'm telling you what, if you wait till the end and watch the end credits, because I do commercials before and after the show, so that's what we do fake commercials. What I have a commercial that's just for Loki. If you're on Twitter, you probably know what it is, but yeah, it's how could I not go there, brother? How could I not? So anyway, what's going on with you, man?
Oh, leaving tomorrow. Leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. And then see you on Friday.
Yeah.
Come back at some point on Monday.
We're going to adventure for a few hours on Friday. He's going to be doing some theme park action while he's here in the old Florida.
I think Zero is going to be running the Friday morning thing because Dave, Bob, and Arwen still wanted to do it. So Zero's going to come in and help out with that.
That was fun last time, so it'll turn out good.
So that's because they wanted to. I was like, y'all don't have to if you don't want to. And they were like, no, we want to. I was like, okay, well, kick ass, take names, chew bubblegum. I am even more withdrawn out of this space than I was 2 weeks ago. So it has nothing to do with any of the fine people here. Someone called me up and started a whole bunch of crap, and I was just like, I don't want to be involved in it. I don't want anything to do with it. You can keep your YouTube drama. The YouTube mental health hotline hosted by Mexican Iron Man and Stone Cold Loki is closed. Call Mike.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm still here. We'll still do the Friday stuff. I love getting to hang out with cool people. I love getting to hang out with SQUEEKA and IRONCASTER and Pops. All good people. I love my crew on Friday, and I'm just kind of kicking it for the next week. So
it's good. It's good, man. It'll be a fun time to see you decompress and see the misses and catching up. It's always good. Always fun time for sure. So, SQUEEKA lady, are we gonna see more? What's going on this week? What's the plans?
I don't know. Hang out with you guys on Tuesday, the best day of the week, in my opinion. So that's for sure happening. I know I'm going to be missing a week sometime in April because I'm going over to the big O-town over in Florida too.
You're coming to Florida? You didn't even hit me up yet? What's going on with that?
I can't. I'm going to be chaperoning.
I don't care.
Adulting.
All I got to do is have a clipboard. I can walk into just about any setting. Are you kidding me?
Look at that beard.
I'm serious, man. I could. You ask my wife. She's like, you don't understand. I've literally visited people in the hospital and just walked into like the nurse's desk. All right, what's going on here? Just like they look at you like, what is happening? I'm like, no, I understand how to shake this tree. Let's go.
Awesome. Okay.
We'll
I might take him on that. But I do a thing every other Monday with Eclectic Goat. We're watching Carnival. Yeah. We did one just yesterday. I don't know how long that's going to run, but other than that, I know that Beard of Liberty is going through. There's some life changes and some scheduling changes happening. So whenever we stream. I'm not sure when that's going to happen. Right. But I've just been chilling, kind of like Loki. I'm just taking a time off. I'm reorganizing my life. I've had some things going on, and I'm just like, I need something that's going to make me laugh, like Dragnet. So I just hang out with y'all guys, and that's what I do. So I just, I sometimes, if Roman or somebody wants me on, I might say yes. But for the most part, my life is here with you guys, and this is where I like it.
That's awesome. Well, I hope next week makes you smile. I don't know what I'm getting myself into either. So whatever your reaction is to Kung Fury, a Kickstarter fan-made martial arts movie of some sort. It's fortunately only 30 minutes long. So it's like I can, get through it. I was debating whether to watch it at all. Loki, you have seen it. Should I just literally do it live here with you guys, or should I actually watch it first?
What movie are we talking about?
The Kung Fury that IRONCASTER has scheduled next week.
Oh, God.
This Kickstarter, time travel, fighting, Yahtzee, crazy nonsense.
It has everything you want of an 80s.
Because if you want to do it live, I won't pre-watch it.
There's a giant... Well, I can't tell you about that.
Oh, there's a giant... you can't just stop with there's a giant...
I know. He just left giant and just hung there. He's staying there.
You can't do that.
I'd watch it. If you guys watch it live, watch it live, because then you can be like, "This is the dumbest, stupidest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Fair enough.
How did they ever pay for this? And why is there a giant on screen?"
Peach.
Well, they only paid like $700,000 or something. He only raised like $700,000. He did through Kickstarter, so it may be among the most successful Kickstarter fan made things ever. So.
They actually use the money on the show instead of pissing it all away on BS. Like that other Star Trek guy.
Right.
Don't get me started on that guy.
All right, well, that's next week, so I'm going to watch it live. I'm not going to watch it ahead of time then. Just whatever the reaction is. I mean, we have an hour and a half show to get through 30 minutes. I'm sure with all of our pausing, we will have plenty of time to...
We will at least show the poster off.
Oh, heavens. Oh, heavens.
Yeah, it's uber low budget, I know for sure. So we'll see. I don't trust posters anyway. I mean, listen, I've been burned on the whole shark, blah, 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 pick a movie poster. Yeah, nonsense. So, but SQUEEKA,
everything you see in that poster happens in the film.
SQUEEKA, I did purposely follow up Kung Fury with The Great Escape because I needed to make sure you ended up with Back on Target with a great movie, something that you'll remember, have some fun with the performances, the cast you'll love.
And all the tears.
The tears will flow.
Oh, no,
yes, I'm sure, but you're going to enjoy the movie. Great Escape you'll enjoy. So even as bad as our week will be next week, because it could be. I don't know what's going to happen.
Just so you don't blame me. Just so you don't blame me. It's going to be like you're going to be at the end of the movie and you're going to be like, Loki lied. He said it was going to make me cry. And then the last 2 minutes, you're going to be bawling.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
So do not be like, okay, I waited the whole movie and I wasn't crying. And then you got me again. No, I said it this time. You're going to be fine until the very end of the movie. And then you're going to be like,
that's true.
You're going to be like Old Yeller all over again.
That is true. You think it's going to end and then it ends again.
Underestimate my crying ability. I'll probably cry earlier than that.
Yeah, you probably will. You're probably going to cry a couple times earlier than that, but it's going to be bad. So then we're going to have some action movies. We'll be back with some action. iRobot and The Accountant, which they're doing a sequel to. So that comes out soon. Interesting. Just one of those forgotten action movies of the last 10 years nobody talks about. I actually enjoy it a lot. And then we're going to put Blues Brothers in the slot after that, the 29th of April. So I haven't scheduled that yet, so we'll do that. Then we'll be into our anime. See what I did there? So Ghost in the Shell, Spirited Away, The Vampire Hunter D, other one, Bloodlust, is that what it's called? Yep, the other one. Yeah, those are the three for sure. think we keep trying to slide in a fourth one, and I keep mixing it, so we'll see what I decide.
We haven't done Ninja Scroll, have we? Did we do Ninja Scroll already?
Is it a movie or a show? I thought you said it was a show.
No, it's a movie.
Yeah,
that's the top. That or Wicked City, dude. We need one of those. We either need Wicked City or we need Ninja Scroll.
I thought you guys implied that those were shows.
Why don't we let the audience decide on that one? What would they
does
rather?
Pops need to watch Ninja Scroll or Wicked City? You guys decide. So, yeah, let's do that.
I don't mind not having Street Fighter on there as long as we get Ninja Scroll or Wicked City. I thought we had done Ninja Scroll already. If we
no, we haven't.
Oh, that's
I wrote them down. I put them in my TV category. I thought you said they were both TV shows, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not sure I can handle that." So
Ninja Scroll was a series after the movie came out, but it wasn't like there was a series connected directly to the movie right after it came out or anything like that. This was an afterthought. But the first Ninja Scroll movie is absolutely top-notch anime, and so is Wicked City. So take your pick. Either one of those, you're gonna have your I cannot believe they did that shit moment.
Perfect. Thank you, Lester, for becoming a member. Lester, do you have a choice? Lester, put in comments if you have a choice between the Ninja Scroll or Wicked City. You should be the one to pick since you become a member right now. So yeah. All right, I'm game. I'm good. I'll watch either one. We'll see what everybody, if anybody decides, and if we don't get a vote, we'll put it up to a poll. Throw another poll out there. Everybody kind of keeps navigating around that. So, yeah. I got to be honest. No matter how anyone feels about Dragnet, the fact that SQUEEKA laughs so much makes it all worthwhile for me. So, okay. Lester just says he wants to see Ninja Scroll. Okay, fair enough.
But it's a really funny movie, y'all. It's really great.
Y'all, does anybody not have Ninja Scroll?
I've got it.
SQUEEKA?
I own nothing.
Great. I'll get a copy.
You underestimate the number of breakups and moves I've been through.
Oh, I know. I have a DVD. I have the unedited DVD in there that I've had for probably 20 years now. since it came out on DVD. However long ago it came out on DVD is the one I've got. I've got the OG.
Well, Lester, thanks again. And yeah, we'll just lean right into Ninja Scroll then, since that's, he picked. So that's good. Let's do that. And I know it's a little bit early, folks, but Pops has got to get some stuff done with this farm and get some work done and then get ready for meeting Loki at Friday. So,
Oh my gosh, will you pet the piggies for me?
we've had a crazy piggy week. I need to send you a picture. I'll send you the pictures of the piggies later this
Little
week.
piggies.
Because the one in particular we're keeping for sure. So she's not going to ever be sold. She'll be a breeder pig now. Her nickname is Debbie because she's blonde. So Blondie, Debbie Harry. Hence the reason that her name is Debbie. She's like a dog. She comes over, rubs up against you, wants to lay down, wants you to rub her belly. Super sweet little pig. So yeah, I was like, she needs to stay. So, all right, yeah, I'll send you pictures of pigs. They're bigger now. They're probably weigh 70 to 90 pounds already. They're really getting heavy, thick.
They're still adorable.
So, well, they are super sweet. So, we have baby goats. Seen some pictures of baby goats too. They're goofy and silly and crazy. So, but anyway, folks, I hope everybody out there has a great week. Things go well for you. Feel free to check out other stuff on the channel. Definitely, I've got another first time watch reaction type video on Thursday. That is with the Gourd King. I'm doing Scott Pilgrim because I had never seen Scott Pilgrim, believe it or not. My audio mic died though, so my audio is crap. So, but I couldn't really not publish our great conversation. So, but it does capture my very first reaction to Scott Pilgrim. So it was a fun little movie, interesting, not at all what I expected. And then, of course, I have this great podcast with Loki coming up and a great podcast with Joker Voice coming up about the Terminator movies before we switch gears and talk some animations and cartoons for a little bit on Friday. So, yeah, good stuff ahead for me. I'm having fun again, really enjoying doing stuff. And, yeah, really is. So, but folks, be blessed. Talk hard. Until next time, we're out of here.